Hello, everybody. Ivor Chester here, your social handles balance coach. Yeah, today we're going to talk some more about social handles, but I'm going a little different direction today. I was looking through my journal, which I keep on the computer, and I was thinking about what to post next, because I go through old material, and I keep my material in at least 4 different envelopes, 4 different folders. And these, one for drafts and one for edits, and the next one would be for completed tasks, and then one's ready for publish. This one was way back in the first envelope, which was just drafts. The task today is going to be called puzzles, because we all have puzzles. We all have a piece of a puzzle. We are all pieces of a puzzle. And I'm going to apologize in advance, as I'm going to be reading a lot of today's piece, because I want to make sure I cover everything. But one thing I do want to help you understand is that when you allow yourself to be part of a puzzle piece, it's not that you lose your individuality. It's not that you eventually lose who you are, your own little individual self. What really happens next is that you find a way to fit in with other people. People who want to play the rugged individual and the loner type of thing as a complete lifestyle, that's almost a sociopathic behavior. They're not really interested in fitting in. What they really want to do is just to be left the heck alone. And that's not healthy. We've talked about people who fall into the cracks of society and how dangerous that can be for themselves, but for others as well. So this is my journal entry, and I adapted it even more so this morning. So the title of it is, I used to think of my life as a picture on a puzzle box. I lived foolishly, thinking life experiences alone would clarify the picture. So I lived recklessly, thinking the picture on the cover box would soon magically come to me. I partied and played with people, expecting other people to provide pieces of the puzzle of my life, and thinking they would help me complete the picture. Then the effects of life and depression overcame me, and I felt as if I had dropped the puzzle, hopelessly scattering the pieces to become permanently lost. My belief became one of settling for what I could make of the pieces that remained, as if there were no possibility of recapturing the picture on the box, as if it was the only picture allowed to me, the only label of definition, and it was the only label of hope of worth. Then I finally began to look outside of myself, and I discovered there were many people who had lost pieces of their puzzles as well. And they felt the same way about the opportunities that remained for them. But I had heard about some who had scattered puzzles as well, but instead of settling for what remained, discovered what they had lost and began to rebuild their own parts. These people did not live like they were broken and faulty. They somehow understood that they had the ability to rebuild and start over without waiting for permission, without needing the constant oversight of others, without waiting for a sign to begin. They just did it. Some of these people rebuilt their life by remanufacturing the puzzle pieces to regain the picture on the box. That's one type. Second type is they adapted the picture on the box to what they had, never turning back to complain about the missing pieces. And finally, there were others who threw out the box completely and made their own picture. They did not care about what they had in the past. They were thankful for what they had right now. And this enabled them better potential because they were unfettered by the envy of the past. Further, they didn't have to be constrained by the box itself they were given. It was a mold they had a little interest at all into fitting. Each group has a benefit. Which one will you embrace? You see, remember Pat Benatar's song, I think, We Belong? She says, whatever you deny or embrace, for worse or for better, it's really just a principle of choice of how you choose to, 1, view what you have, 2, choose to go forward, and then 3, assimilate and fit into the puzzle of life. Everybody has a puzzle. Everybody has a puzzle story. What's yours? You encourage some practices and you shun others. They become limiting beliefs or learning practices, and that is entirely a choice. Like the book, Happiness is a choice. You have to find yours. You have to create yours. You can't limit yourself and call yourself healthy, and you will never be happy. So, social handles enable you to fit into a puzzle. Now, there's many puzzles that we fit into. In conclusion, one, the puzzle of yourself. Where you are right now, what puzzle pieces do you have, and what's the picture you want to have on the front of your box, if you have a box at all. The next one is if you have somebody, a mate that you're walking with, a partner, okay, your wife, your husband, then you're part of that puzzle. Then you're part of your family of origin. Then if you have kids, you're part of that family. And then maybe there's pieces from work, puzzle pieces at work that you're a part of. Your church, your community. And then it becomes the Jerusalem-Samaria concept where it gets bigger and bigger until finally you're part of the puzzle of mankind itself, of the entire puzzle of the world. And it sounds corny, hokey, but it's exactly true. Healthy people learn to work within these puzzle pieces. And when you click into that spot, you also give purpose to other people as well. Now, of course, I'm not talking about enablement. I am talking everything about you fitting where you can, as best as you can. My name is Ivor Chester. Starting up next month, we're going to be having seminars live here in Irving on my first book, Live Your Worth. And then in July, we'll be starting up a second set of seminars for this book that we're talking about right now, Social Handles. More to be on that coming soon. You can find more information about me and what we're going through, what we're trying to help with at ivorchester.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook as Ivor Chester, and Twitter. Look me up, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow at 12:30. Thanks for listening. See you later.